Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Eagle Sports Network. I'm Aaron Sortman, alongside my good friend Dan Fontana. We have some awesome semifinal action for you guys today between the Heritage Defenders and the Arthur Conquering Riders. My bad, I messed that one up a little bit. But anyways, so we have the 1 seed in Arthur and the 3 seed in Heritage. This is going to be an awesome volleyball game. Both these teams did meet yesterday. They played in pool play. They had 2 matches. Heritage taking the first one 25-8, and Arthur coming back, winning the second one 25-14. So today should be a very awesome day, and the winner of this game will go to the championship game for the Dayspring Classic 2023.
A lot of volleyball being played over the last couple days. See how that affects these two teams here today, but I expect nothing but good competition, good volleyball. A couple names to watch for Arthur. We ended up calling their game yesterday against Quentin Road, and number 6 Phoenix Kalmel was all over the court, and I thought their best player in that match. And then on Heritage side, you have Sydney Lenting, who can spike anything from anywhere. So looking forward to watching those two play again today.
Yeah, here we go. The ref has told them to go back to their benches. Heritage getting into it early. They're excited. They're ready to go. Arthur doing their own thing over on their side. Ref figuring everything out with the official bookkeeper, Melissa Summers. Shout out, Missy. And we should have some volleyball coming your way in a short couple moments.
Kind of expected these two teams to be here. They seem to be in this Final Four every year. Heritage defeating Saline, Bay City, and then Saline to get here. Arthur took down Beth Haven and then Wildwood to make it to this matchup.
And here we go. They're meeting at the net. Players are shaking hands. Couple last few words from our coaching. And everybody's into it. This place is getting loud. You love to hear it.
Yeah, neither of these teams too far away, so they have a lot of good fan support traveling, making their way here. A lot on the line. Winner of this set matchup, will go on to face the winner of Badger State and Faith in the finals. Loser would take on the loser of the Badger State Faith game for third and fourth.
All right, we got our starting six for Heritage. You got number 10, Cameron Zamstra. Number 1, Becca Vandermeulen. Number 5, Nicole Lenting. Number 3, Lily Hack. And I believe that's, let's see, number 11, Taylor Dijkstra. And number 2, Sydney Lenting. Over on Arthur's side, we got number 6, Phoenix Kelno, like you were talking about earlier. Number 11, Riley Mast. Number 12, Sayla Wheeler. Number 21, Sheridan Miller. And number 15, Avonda Yoder. Here we go.
Arthur's lineup, number 23, Addison Irwin. Also out there.
Sorry, Addison, I missed you. All right. Ref is getting ready to go, and Arthur up for the serve. Nice spike right over the net, easily dug out. And Heritage with the tip. They get it right away. Nice idea there. Set was a little short, and she tipped it right past the blocker. First point, Heritage. Nicole Lenton sends it over. It's dug out. Arthur handles, nice spike to the back row. And another spike just out of bounds. Right idea though, she saw a hole and she tried to spread the needle, get it right through there. Just a little too far outside.
Game of inches, that one was pretty close. Good start for Heritage, 2-0 over Arthur. Little miscommunication there. Heritage dropped it in between two Arthur players who were not communicating on that particular serve receive.
And the ball's up, right over the net. Good set and a tip, but handled by Heritage. Heritage sends it back deep. That's one thing we saw Arthur struggling with yesterday against Quinton Road, were those deep shots. So we'll see if they can handle that. Nicole sends it back over.
Wow.
And drops it right over. Just shallow into the hole. Beautiful serve there. And it's 5-0, just like that.
Couldn't ask for a better start if you're Heritage. I'm guessing a timeout's going to come soon. But again, we know this Arthur team, they're not going to just roll over and lay down. They're going to fight. They're going to get back in the game. Got to win 2 out of 3 to advance, so a lot of volleyball left. But not a great start right now for Arthur.
So Arthur just cannot handle the serve, and there's the timeout. Coach Gingerich is needing to get our girls back in, rein them in a little bit. Hey, just return the ball. Get a nice pass to the setter so we can get a good spike back on Heritage. Heritage playing very well out of the break. And we shall see.
Great serves by Nicole Lenting for Heritage. Hitting the ball wherever Arthur's not, or making them having to go down and get it, thus throwing their passes off to the setter, and that's why Heritage has a 7-0 lead early on. Other semifinal match going on is Badger State and Faith. Again, winner of that game advancing to the championship game. Should be a good one.
I believe I heard that Badger State is undefeated thus far in their season. Coming into this tournament, they haven't changed that. So we'll see if they get to the championship round and what they can do there against one of these two.
Faith coming off a massive victory over Quentin Road in 3 sets, 15-12 in the final set as well. So they're amped up.
That ball spiked right into the net. Thought it was a good set. It was a nice pass, nice set that time, but she just couldn't get it over.
Well, again, I think it's going back to communication. There were two girls going for the spike there, and they bumped into each other. Thus, the ball hits the net.
Nice dig there by Heritage.
That's a great spot.
Arthur's first point of the game.
Great spot. Addison Irwin saw the Heritage creeping up, set to the back corner, perfectly placed ball.
Substitution number 19, Elena Gingrich, coming in for Avonda Yoder. And set to serve is number 23, Addison Irwin. Nice set, nice spike right over the net. Heritage handles, sends it right back over. Here comes Arthur with an answer of their own. Nice spike to the back row. Arthur with a good set. Let's see what they can do here. And just really tight on the net. And she just mishandled that a little bit. Heritage, number 11, taking the serve, Taylor Dickstra. She is a senior. She's one of the 2 seniors here for Heritage. We got 2 seniors and 5 juniors. Be interesting to see what they have next year. A nice tip by Arthur. Smart volleyball right there. And Arthur, another substitution, Lauren Ford coming in for Sheridan Miller.
We saw this yesterday. Sheridan plays the back row and serves, and then Ford comes in and plays the net for Arthur.
And the serve's up.
Nice serve.
Backward set, nice spike right to the back row. Here comes Heritage. And that's number 2. Sydney Lenting, the junior for Heritage, just kills the ball.
I want to go out on a very big branch here and say she's going to end up playing on the all-tournament team at the end of this tournament. She's been playing really well for Heritage.
Nice high set.
Nice double block by Arthur. Wow.
That was a beautiful set. Almost too good to be true. And Arthur sent up 2 blockers, and they end up getting that one.
That one
Nice
got Coach
job.
Gingrich off her seat. She loved that one for sure.
I think as a coach, you just want to see your players be aggressive, even if you don't get every point.
Yeah.
That one was killed. Too much to handle.
Early on, what I will say is Heritage has not allowed Arthur to score back-to-back points. The second Arthur serves, Heritage has the ball back off a nice kill there.
Sydney with a nice jump serve. Oh, she sends it off the ceiling, but Arthur seems to handle it. Pushes it right backwards over the net. Here comes Heritage, a nice spike right to the back row. Beautiful idea, nice spot by Phoenix Kelmel. There she is. We talked about her yesterday. She's a smart volleyball player, not necessarily have to kill it, but she just tipped it right to the short corner.
I think Arthur's found something there. They've scored a couple of their points off that tip up front.
Back in the game for Arthur, number 15, Avonda Yoder, the sophomore. She's set to serve. Sends it over. It's handled. And the push to the back corner. Number 1, Becca Vandermeulen, the senior.
That's got to be tough to defend. Play for the spike. She sets it to the back left corner. Nice play there by Heritage.
And the coach trying to get the ref's attention. He's saying, take it easy, but he wasn't looking at her. So she's trying to get her next player in.
It's been a long day for them, too.
And that was number 10, Cameron Zanstra. serves it right into the net. Another point for Arthur.
Miller back in for Ford.
And Phoenix just sends it right into the net there. Mishandled. Set to serve for Heritage. Becca Vandermeulen.
One of two seniors on this Heritage team is Vandermeulen. What a spot.
Amazing serve. Just kissed the out of bounds line there. Right in between the front and back row. Wonderful serve. And here comes the next one. That one sent right over to the other court. So we get a stoppage of play on that side as we wait for the ball to come back over. There it comes. Into the fans. Getting everybody involved. Yeah.
Did you get to keep those?
No.
No. Okay. All right.
Maybe next year's budget.
Okay. That is
Same
her third spot. She put that ball in the same spot, 3 straight serves. Expect Arthur to adjust here as they make a sub. It's number 3, Sophie Mast, in for Sheridan Miller. You love to see it. Coach Gingrich takes out Miller because she had misplayed those 3 balls, but offering words of encouragement, puts her arm around her player, and you know she's going to be good to go shortly. Meanwhile, Heritage has jumped out to a 10-point lead.
That serve was by, who was it? That was number 6. Phoenix, nice ace.
Perfect
right
spot there too.
Just seems like Heritage is having their way on the net. Not sure why there wasn't any blockers there for that time, but when there's no blockers, it's really easy to pick your spot. Nice tip over. Here comes Heritage with the spike. Wow. She threaded that right between 3 Arthur defenders, forcing Coach Gingrich for a timeout. Score is 18-7. We'll be right back after this short break. And welcome back.
What did you call her?
We have number 5, Nicole Lensing, set to serve for Heritage, 18-7. Nice serve right over the net. Nice spike. I made her send it off the ceiling, but Heritage composed, calm, collected, sends it right back over. A block there, but still they did not give up on it. Well done.
It's good volleyball. What a great volley. Another unforced error by Arthur. That time number 11, Briley Mast, hits the net on the spike.
Heritage really excited right now. And like they should be, they bumped their team out to 12-point lead. He sends it over, it comes back. Nice shallow spike right into the middle of the floor where nobody was.
Like you mentioned yesterday, Heritage took it pretty easily to Arthur in the first match yesterday, but then Arthur came back and won. So no matter what the result of this match is, you know Arthur's going to give it everything they got.
Addison Irwin sends it deep, but it's handled. Here comes the backwards bump from Heritage. Nice setup by Arthur and tips it right into the hole. And here we go, slowly but surely. Anything's possible in volleyball. The last game we watched Quinton Road, they played Faith, and they were down 10-1 in the third game that only goes to 15 points. Ended up coming back, tying it at 13 and losing 15-13. But anything is possible. He's got to get 1 point at a time. Just focus on the next point and keep the ball on your side. Nice double block. That was number 12 and 11, Briley Mass and Sailor Wheeler. They went up together and they said no.
I think to your point earlier, you said if there's no blockers in the net, Heritage can pick those spots. That's on 2 blockers, right to the wall.
Nice dig out of the back row. Arthur sends it back over. Another opportunity for Heritage coming up. And nice double block again. The same 2. That's Briley and Sela, man. They are just having their way on the net right now. Oh, we got a ball coming into play. The ref will wait.
It's a quick 4-0 run for Arthur after the timeout by their coach.
Deep to the back row, Arthur sends it, and here comes Heritage with a nice easy spike. Returnable. Arthur sends it deep again. They are really attacking that back middle right now.
Throwing Heritage off a little bit. The passes aren't quite as clean to the center, not resulting in those spikes, and that's
That was very close in the back corner.
Some would say it was in.
Some would.
I would be one of those people.
I would be too, but I don't have my contacts in today, Dan, so I can't really trust myself.
I won't make a comment about the ref and having contacts or not at this point in time.
And that one, a quick out-of-bounds call there on the serve.
Speaking of complaining about referees, shout out to Ryan Hafey, former Arthur alum and Day Spring and Bible College graduate.
Ryan Hafey, what a blessing it is to know that guy.
Amen. A little off in the set there from Lenting. Arthur's on a roll.
After the block, Heritage got a little out of rotation, and Arthur found the open spot in the back corner, forcing Heritage coach Anna Kaisvik to call a timeout, regather her troops. They're now up only 7 with 5 points to go to end this match. Welcome back to the Eagles Field House here in Lake Zurich, Illinois, just about 45 minutes north of the beautiful city of Chicago. Here on this wonderful October day, we have the semifinal match for you guys between Heritage Defenders and the Arthur Conquering Riders. Arthur struggling early in this game, but they are slowly clawing their way back in. Heritage just called a timeout. Let's see if they can regroup and finish this match out, forcing us to go to the next game too. Wow, beautiful deep ball. Heritage didn't even go for it. They thought it was out, but it sank right over their heads. Beautiful placement there.
Coach basketball, so I deal with runs a lot, and right now Arthur is on a 7-1 run to cut a 12-point deficit down to 6.
And Briley sends it right into the net that time. You don't like to lose a point that way, but Heritage taking advantage. And the serve is up. Right to the back row, handled easily. Nice, beautiful set right there. Tipped by Heritage net players. And send it back to the back row. Beautiful spike. just tipped. Just tipped, but I thought it was blocked off of the Heritage hands.
I agreed with that, but it doesn't matter what our opinion is.
It does not. We don't have the whistle. All right, serve is up. Arthur up on the net. It gets blocked. Pushed right over to the short corner. Good idea there. Here comes Heritage sending it to the back row. Easily handled. And a beautiful spike right there.
Sailor Wheeler.
Starts with a good pass. It was a good pass, and the setter was able to put it right on the net where she needed to for her hitter to come in and kill it. 22-15.
Oh, Sydney Lenton. Doing some work at the net.
She is pumped up. Her team is pumped for her. It's a good momentum shift right there, getting a block. And here she goes to serve. Nice jump serve. It's handled. Arthur backwards bump over the net. And here comes the spike. It is tipped but dug out. Arthur sends it right back over, and it is tipped and not returnable. Here comes substitution number 15 for Arthur. Yvonne Yoder coming in for number 24, Brooke Hirschberger.
Good minutes there from Brooke Hirschberger, the sophomore, gaining some valuable experience.
Here comes Ford with a nice spike over. It's tipped, but easily handled. Double block again. Here comes Heritage. She sends it back to the middle.
Ooh.
Man, 3 digs in a row by Arthur.
Riley Mast doing some work.
Very long volley here. Who wants it more? Phoenix just mishandled that one on the outside.
I think she was looking to go down the line on that one, which was wide open, right idea. Just couldn't quite execute though. Game point for Heritage, who wants a sub.
It is game point. Number 10, Claire coming in. See if she can get this last point. And she sends it over. Arthur handles. Here's the set. She's ready. Ford's ready. And she gets double blocked, but she did her best. She did get her hands on it. Good job. That final score is 25-16. Heritage on top, so closer than the first time they met yesterday. And if history repeats itself, Arthur's going to take this next one, and we'll go to game 3.
I think Arthur figured something out there after getting down big early with the double blocking and the tipping. And I think that got them back into the game, but the deficit was a little too big. If they can focus on that and start that from the beginning, I think they like their chances in the second set.
Yeah, exactly. They seem to be getting more comfortable. And we will bring you guys the second game after this short break on the Eagle Sports Network. We'll see you guys soon. Welcome back, everybody, Arthur and Heritage fans, to the Eagle Sports Network here at the Quinton Road Christian School. I am Aaron Sortman, joined alongside Dan Fontana, and it is our pleasure to bring you this game 2 out of this set of the semifinals game. The winner of this goes to the championship, and the loser goes to the 3rd and 4th place game.
I'll tell you what, where else would you rather be than up here in the booth?
I would not want to be on the bleachers because those are hard, and these booth seats are very nice and cushy.
Yes, they are. So we mentioned 2 players to begin the match, right? Sydney Lansing for Heritage and Phoenix for Arthur. And not that any one player can win you a game and lose you a game type thing. It's a team sport, but those 2 both played pretty well. I think Sydney got the better edge in that game 1 match.
And the serve is up. Arthur handles, and it's tipped over. Right idea. This time the first point goes to Arthur. Here we go.
As I promised you, Coach Gingrich was reminding them yesterday they lost the first set pretty convincingly to Heritage and came back and won the second one. Let's do it again.
And the serve's up nice and deep, but it's handled by Heritage. They're going to have to do a backwards bump over, and it is out of bounds. Arthur, quick 2-0 start.
At the same time, you got to think if you're Heritage, if Arthur starts growing this lead, are you thinking, oh no, here we go again?
It's a mental game. And the set's up. There you go. Nice spike by number 3, Lily Hack. Also, if we are saying the wrong last names, we do apologize. But we are doing our best. Here we go. Number 11.
That's all the coaches ask for.
Taylor. And waiting for the ref signal. She sends it over.
That's 2
out of bounds.
Errors in the first 4 points for Heritage, giving Arthur the early 3-1 lead as number 24 for Arthur. That is Brooke Hirschberger coming in for number 15, Yvonda Yoder. A little sophomore for sophomore action there.
The serve is up. Here we go. Nice, beautiful set to Sydney. She sends it down. Heritage set to serve. Right into the net.
Unforced error number 3. On Heritage like, would you say?
That is. We'll see if they can gather themselves here. Ford just came back in the game, play the net. She kind of brought them back into the game with that net presence, the double blocking. And that one is just out of bounds, called by the referee.
I gotta fix my eyes or something.
It is very, very close. It is a game of inches.
Let me ask you. I see Coach Gingrich for Arthur holding up a clipboard with some numbers on it. Any idea what that could possibly be?
And it's out of bounds. So like I said yesterday, Dan, I am not a volleyball coach.
Oh.
I am a assistant coach. I'm not very good at it at basketball.
You said that yesterday.
I did. Same exact line. But maybe keeping track of kills, maybe keeping track of errors.
But she's showing it to her players that are serving. Could it possibly be telling them where to serve or who to serve to? I don't know. Just things you think about.
Hey, I would need some glasses if I was the player. I wouldn't be able to see.
Or your contacts.
That too. There we go.
Back to action.
Arthur chanting EA Sports. Man, that's some nostalgia right there.
It's in the game.
EA Sports.
You know who's in the game right now with Arthur? They're up 7-3 on Heritage.
They are ready.
First set, 25-16. Great answer for Arthur. No matter the outcome, they responded when their backs were against the wall, proverbially.
That spike was blocked and tipped up, and they just could not reach it. She was stretching out for that one. Substitution for Heritage. That's number 10, Cameron Zanstra, coming back in to serve.
It is important to stretch before you play volleyball, too. I know that.
And here comes the serve. She sends it right over to the back rail, handled by Arthur. Setter running in.
What can Ford do for you? That's a good spike there by Ford.
And that ball adjustment handled by Arthur in the back row. Here we go for another serve.
Mini run here for Heritage. It's number 10, Cameron Zanstra with the serve. Nice spike there by Phoenix, dug by Lenty. Beautiful save. Off the hand, I thought it was going to go out, but that dropped right there in that corner. Good point for Heritage. He was on a 3-0 run.
Heritage doing a good job of staying in this game, not letting it get out of hand. And the serve is good. Backward set by Arthur. They send it. Heritage with a nice, powerful slam there. And it's dug right out of the net. Tried to tip it over. That was 11. Taylor, she tried to tip it over into the net, and they could not get it back. So it's a point for Arthur. Another substitution for Arthur. Yvonne Yoder back in the game to serve. It's pushed over to the net. Handled from the back row. Here comes the spike. Nice, powerful spike there. Even with the blockers, it was just too hard to handle. It goes off their hands. It goes out of bounds on the Arthur side.
Tell you what, we talked about Sydney Lenting before the game, but Becca Vandermeulen, the senior, is playing really well in these two sets here.
Great idea. She pushed it over. Heritage ready for it. And there's that net play. Heritage owning the net right now, even with Arthur's double block. They're just being more aggressive up on the net. Here comes Becca with the serve. Sends it to the back row. Oh, it is pushed just short. The setter could not quite get there for Arthur.
Time to dig deep for Arthur. They had a 4-point lead that is now gone, and this is their first deficit. Obviously, they have to win this to advance to the championship game, so it's gut check time for Arthur.
Using the 7th player, sometimes the net is unfair, and they put an advantage for Arthur right there. To send it into the net, it rolled right past the Heritage defender. In to serve for Arthur is number 21, Sheridan Miller. Sends it to the back row. Nice set there. And it was a little bit of a short set, and so she tipped it over right to where there was a massive hole in the defense. This is a great game going back and forth, 10-9. Favor Heritage. Arthur set it backwards to Heritage. They tipped it over, and it was dug out beautifully by Arthur. A nice double block there. Arthur loving the play from their girls on the net. Well done in for the Arthur Conklin Riders, number 6, Phoenix. She sends it over. Dug out nicely by by Heritage. Excuse me. Arthur digging that ball out. Oh, a little miscommunication. They did a good job digging that ball out of the net, but then 3 of them tried to go to get it over. Point for Heritage. Substitution number 10 for Heritage coming back in, Cameron Zanstra. Or, excuse me, number 18, Claire Brunsma. Serve is up to the back row. Arthur with a nice spike, but it is blocked. They tip it back over, handled by Heritage. She blocks it over, and it's blocked again.
That was Addison Irwin who jumped sideways, twisted in air, and came up with that block, giving the point to Arthur.
Very athletic play.
Something I would know nothing about. Speaking of unathletic, I don't know.
Wow. She wanted that.
She didn't get it though, because it was out.
She hit it just out of bounds, but what a beautiful set there, and she got up on that ball and sent it right out of bounds. Serve to the back row, put right on the net for Sydney, and she pushes it over.
Sometimes people are just too big, too tall, too fast. Arthur tied it back up. Heritage responds with a quick point to go up 13-12.
Here comes the serve to the back row. It is passed in the back row. The setter goes over and sends it back over. Here comes from Heritage. Back to Sydney. They are setting her pretty heavy right now. And it's sent out of bounds. Heritage back to serve. Sends it to the back row. It's handled. Set up. And a nice spike to the middle.
Addison Irwin thought she saw a hole, went to set it over the net, and the ref called what I believe to be a double hit.
It looked like she just made that decision a little too late. She was going to set her hitter, and she decided to push it over, and that maybe just messed her hands up a little bit. That time,
The wall. Oh, I've
Here it
never
is.
seen that before.
falling all over the floor.
During celebration, a little excited about the double block. But hey, let him play. 16-12 Heritage. Oh, what a save. Oh my goodness. Addison Irwin. Arthur needs this point very badly here.
Nice spike
get
right
it.
there.
They did not get it. I don't understand volleyball hand signals, but it sounds like Arthur did something they weren't supposed to do. And Heritage got the point.
I could not see the ref, so I'm not sure what happened there. But
Net's not moving, so it wasn't a net violation.
that puts us at a score of 17-12 favor Heritage. If they win this one, they advance to the championship game. So Coach Gingrich getting her players under control here. Good timeout call there. We're just down 5, not a big deal. They can get right back in this game. They started this game with a 3-0 lead. So if we can get a little bit of a run going for Arthur, be right back in this game.
It's got to start right after the timeout, though. They can't afford to go down 6 this late in the game. Obviously, no comeback is insurmountable until it scores, but the 25th point. But at the same time, you don't want to dig too much deeper of a hole for Arthur.
Heritage doing a really good job on the net right now, being very aggressive. They have Sydney in the front row, and also Claire. She's playing really well up in the front row there. Intimidating, double blocking. They have some length on Arthur. They're pretty tall, so it's hard to hit around, but playing really well, Heritage.
The crazy thing is, too, Arthur's returning everybody for next year. They're not losing anybody, so another year older, this team's going to be quite tough to compete with.
That is true. It's an entire team full of juniors and sophomores.
You need this point if you're Arthur.
That's one. That's all you need. 1 point at a time.
Yeah.
Arthur sending in number 4, Ford. See if she can give Sydney and Claire some trouble on the net here. Arthur back to serve. Sends it deep to the back row. It's handled. And it is tipped
Off the block.
right off of Sydney's hands, goes right out of bounds.
Bayla Wheeler. Arthur's got 2 points out of the timeout. Deficit only 3.
Heritage thought about it. That was number 5. Nicole Lenting, she thought about it, but then she's like, this is going out of bounds. Wise choice there, point Heritage. Sydney's now in the back row. Nice jump serve. We got a good volley here. Players pushing each other on the court. Go get it.
That'd be a foul in basketball.
Unfortunately there for Arthur Brook, just misjudged that spike. 19-14. Here comes Sydney with the jump serve again. Sends it right to the middle of the back row. And that ball just a little wide for the hitter, but they still managed to get a point out of it.
Good play by Arthur. They needed that one. The score down on the floor is 19-14, but I do believe it should be 19-15. And there it goes. It has changed. No, it's not. No, it has. 19-15.
Nice hard hit to the back row middle. It's dug out, handled by Arthur with a nice spike.
Oh.
Nice job not giving up on the play. She dug that ball right out of the net. It's tipped. And right into the net. That was a hard one. It was dug out of the back row, and she sent it a little closer to the net. It was hard to judge for Ford. She just tipped it right into the net. Heritage coach again trying to get the attention of the referee for a substitution.
I'm advocating for more referees next year. One that sits in between the 2 benches.
There you go.
Maybe a couple line judges.
Ooh.
The more the merrier.
And that serve is up, backwards set. Oh, that was a beautiful set.
Yeah.
Goes right into the net off of a hit from Phoenix. Heritage back to serve. They are 4 points away from a championship appearance in this year's Classic. The ball is handled and it's up to the back row. Here comes the setter from Arthur. Oh, it is double blocked there. And Coach Gingrich saying that her team is down big late. Calls a timeout.
I hate calling timeouts when the other team's on a roll, but it's you know, part of coaching, and that's when Coach Gingrich thought she needed it, and she did. Arthur down 7.
Heritage defenders, you guys are 3 points away from an appearance in the championship game. And Arthur about 10 points away. So go on a little run here. We've seen it before. These tournament games, every single team has had one of these games where they've come back down big. Volleyball is like that. It's a game of runs. And if Arthur can get this point here, they can get the side out, get the ball back on their side. They'll be in control of it. And we will see what they do with it.
It'll be interesting to see. Obviously, this is a hard-fought match. It'll be interesting to see how whichever team comes out with the loss responds in the 3rd and 4th place game. Obviously, the goal in coming here is to win a championship. That's not going to be the case for one of these two teams. It'll be interesting to see how the coaches get them to respond in the next game.
Serve is up. Nice dive there by Sydney to save that ball. Here comes Arthur again to answer. It's blocked, but the coverage is there. And that time, the rotation of Heritage is just a little skewed from that volley, and they're able to find that back corner being wide open. Nice hit there. So Arthur, they side out. They get the point and the serve. And here they go. Two of Heritage players going for it at the same time.
Nice save by Riley Mast there. The ball is heading towards the wall.
That ball killed by Becca Vandermeulen. She sent it to the back row. Nice fast hit.
2 points away for Heritage.
She has been finding those short, in between the front and back row, those little holes in the defense on her serves all day today. Game point, serve is up in the net. Arthur hanging on by a thread. This is a win by 2 match, so they need to at least get 7 more points in a row before Heritage gets one.
Tall task, but not impossible.
That's one.
Yep. And guess who? Phoenix come out. Seems like every time Arthur's needed a point, they've gone to her and for the most part have gotten one.
Serves up. Ball pushed over right on the net. And Phoenix again. She put it right on the inside of that blocker. Made it hard for her to hit, and it went right off her hands out of bounds. And unfortunate. The serve is just too long. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Heritage advances to the championship game. Arthur will be in the 3rd and 4th place game. Thank you so much for joining us. Aaron Sortman, Dan Fontana here with the Eagle Sports Network. And so if you're looking to see Arthur, I believe they will play at, let me double check the time for you, 3:45. Here, this gymnasium will get converted to full court, and they'll play the 3rd and 4th place game at 3:45, followed by the championship game at 5 for Heritage. Thank you guys for joining the Eagle Sports Network here at the Daysman Bible College Classic. Have a great rest of your day.